Okay, welcome one and all of our members. This is Carlos, CEO of GAR Capital, for our weekly video wrap up and preview. With me joining today, as always, is our VP of Trading, Anthony Acosta.
Thank you, Carlos. Glad to be here, and let's get ready for this big week. Let's
That's
do it.
right, that's right. We had a short week last week due to Labor Day weekend. I think we're out of holidays now until Columbus Day, I believe, and I think the markets are open then. But we should be ready to go with another 5 day trading week.
Yes,
So, with
sir.
that being said, let's go ahead and get started. I want to go over what we did last week. We closed a couple of trades on Friday. We closed the Aussie yen short at 5 pips in profit. Hello. And I also had. Okay, why can't I not do this? Let's see here. That's easier. Let's update these trades. I was looking at the wrong screen. Okay. See, this is why you want to log in for the website. Definitely want to have that. Just log in quickly, guys. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. We closed the Aussie yen short at 77.95 for 95 pips. We closed that dollar Canadian dollar long at 105 pips, and we closed the Aussie yen short right around 5 pips. If we held on a little longer, because there was a rally in the stock market, downward rally, as everyone saw, I think the Dow was down what 375 points.
Yeah, 400 almost.
400. So we know the correlation of the Aussie dollar with the stock market, and it played right into our hands. If we would have held on a little longer, we would have made probably another 40 pips on each trade. But again, we're not going to be greedy. It happens. It happens. Let's take a quick look at the markets right now. The Nikkei and Asia is still continuing the sell-off, as you can see. Nikkei is down 1.44%. Shanghai Index 1.42. HSI 2.13%. So definitely getting still that little bit of fear going. We will see what the VIX looks like tomorrow. Should be trading in the high teens, the VIX index, the volatility index, guys. Let's take a spot check on foreign exchange. Dollar yen down 2.23%, which is where we want to do because we are short dollar yen a couple of positions. So definitely want that going our way. Euro dollar is up 7.07%, and pound dollar is about flat. Take a spot check. Oh, no gold, excuse me. Oil is around the 45 handle, and Brent's down 1.40% as well. And we're waiting on Europe to open tomorrow and see where the DAX opens up. We're expecting to the downside as futures are pointing downwards. So, with that being said, let's take a look at
Yeah.
the calendar for the week. We are for tomorrow, Monday. Not much going on. We got a central banker from Australia to speak, Governor Kent. We got some industrial production from China. Tuesday, 4:30 in the morning, we got British CPI, change in price of goods and services purchased by consumers, consumer CPI, basically consumer price index. And then 5 a.m., Draghi's going to speak again. He just can't contain himself. More talking, just like we expected last week. No real stimulus was added. No rate cut was added. The euro popped, then came back down. So the definitely not exactly what he expected, but the prices did stabilize a bit anyway. So nothing really changed on that end. Looks like Europe is doing better than what was previously thought due to Brexit. Wednesday we have claimant count change, average earnings index, crude oil inventory every week on Wednesday. Aussie employment change at 9:30. Then Thursday's big one, 3:30 LIBOR rate, S&P monetary policy. What do you
Oh,
expect
yes.
from the monetary policy? I don't know if anyone remembers this. This is about 2 years ago. I believe year and a half ago, the Swiss National Bank that tanked the Swedish franc. I mean the Swiss franc. Does everyone remember that? Basically, everyone got hit on their FXCM accounts. That's what I was
Oh,
reading online. This was, I think, about a year and a half ago. Oh man, it was crazy. That's when margin calls were called in because of overnight drop of about what's 400
A
pips,
thousand. No,
1,000
it was
pips, right?
more than that.
More than that?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
yeah,
insane.
about 1,000 pips. I mean, biggest move I've seen.
Yeah, well, other
That
than
was
Brexit,
huge.
that was probably the
Other than
biggest one.
Brexit, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, Brexit, yes.
British pound retail sales, British retail sales. We also got official bank rate votes. Are we expecting a rate cut? We're going to talk a little more on that. That's at 7 a.m. on Thursday. So Thursday's a big day. We'll probably be up for that. Well, we will be up for that. Excuse me.
Pretty big week.
Yeah, dollar. We got U.S. retail sales month over month. Very very important as we had a very weak um, wage growth from with the NFP. Core retail sales and retail sales are going to be very key because it's a
Yeah,
consumer based
definitely something to
economy.
watch.
Something to
Definitely.
watch. If we can actually beat it, then we'll see what happens. And then Friday, just more inflationary data and consumer sentiment. So Thursday is the big day, basically. Thursday, I believe. Yeah, we got some Kiwi GDP as well at 6:45 on Wednesday. I missed that. So I would say Thursday's the big day.
Yes.
If they
Yeah,
don't,
pretty good data points coming out this week. I see,
yeah, and that's either
all over.
gonna verify a certain position or verify a certain trend, or just gonna create reversals. That's it seems to
Exactly.
me the market's loving reversals, man. Algos are taking over. So, Anthony, I'm gonna let you go ahead and take over. What charts are you looking at?
I would like to, I guess I'd start off with DXY, just to get a feel for where how the dollar's moving on the daily.
Okay, looking
Yeah.
at the dollar and
Now
daily.
I see, I mean, just basically looking at the technicals, we do above 96 and definitely bullish, below 94 and a half and 94, we are bearish. Um, Fed speak, I think, matter of fact, tomorrow, Fed speak should determine the next move. We have that upwards trend line still intact. Down from May 3rd, you have it there. So that's something to watch. Pretty choppy though, range bound. We have no clear direction yet. Like I said, 94 on the downside and 96 on the upside. You know, whichever way it breaks, definitely look out for entries on positions. That is definitely key right there.
Mhm.
Resistance and support.
I just want to compare that
So
with
that's one thing.
WTI.
Big big drop in inventories last week on WTI.
Yep,
Was it 14 million barrel drop?
yep. So looking at here, looking at the US
Really
dollar
screen
against
froze.
the against WTI. WTI
The
is down a little
screen
bit.
froze.
Yep. You see how US oil has gone against WTI as the dollar has weakened a little bit and oil has increased. But let's take a look at oil and tell me what you're looking at WTI.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead.
US
We're trading at
oil.
45. Waiting to break that 45 handle on a daily. Looking at it
Yes,
now.
and then what do we have? 43 under that? That'd be nice and continue a bearish trend, I would say. It's choppy right now.
Well, we haven't broke the
I
40 handle since last, I believe, the first of the month in August,
First of August. Wow.
1st of August. Uh, do you see that a 40 handle can be broken this month? Because
This month,
September,
yeah,
I think
it could
so.
be possible. Could be possible. You know, I think a lot has to do with the Fed speak and the rate hike, and obviously the data at the end of the week, based off of the dollar movement. We do have two. We do have one, two. We have three lower highs on this on the daily chart on oil. So that's key right there. But we definitely can break 40. But like I said, I mean, it would have to be. I would guess with the rate hike, and who knows how that's going to play out. One thing to watch is the Fed speak, I
Yeah, it
believe.
looks like that we
And
have a lot of wait and see from other central banks as well. RBA, Bank of Canada, ECB, Bank of England, they're all just waiting on the Fed and see what the hell they do.
yeah, waiting on the Fed exactly. You know, they're not making their move until the Fed makes theirs.
Yeah.
So it's we're pretty much in between right now.
Yeah.
Um,
The biggest thing is the CPI data and the retail data. That's huge. That's very, very important.
and next, we'd like to take a look at USD CAD.
Okay. Looking at it daily.
There we go. It kind of stuck in a little bit of a wedge, but definitely looks like it wants to break to the upside.
Mhm.
And this is a correlation with WTI, obviously. Would like to see above 132 to possibly enter, with confirmation, possibly enter a long-term trade. I mean, the next resistance, I haven't checked, but it should be, I don't know, maybe 136 if you zoom out a little bit better. I mean, this could be a potentially long-term trade with a lot of pips.
To the upside, sure.
Yeah, to the upside,
Yeah,
definitely.
definitely if we get a rate hike, sure. That'd be the first.
Oh
That would
yeah.
be the first trade I go to.
Oh yeah, because of the
The
correlation with
correlation
oil
with oil.
and priced in dollars, etc. So this looks like a decent trade. I mean, I like it, but like I said, we need a confirmation
Confirmation.
to enter a long-term trade, and a breakdown also below 128 would change the view to bearish and possibly enter a short term. We had a short-term trade. We actually have a few on a few pairs. We have some long-term trades building, just waiting for confirmation and what the Fed does, and we do have some long-term trades waiting for us.
Yep.
Either way it goes.
Right, right, right. Take a
So
look
that's
at
something
the
to
dollar
watch.
yen. We'll look
And
at
check
here
out one.
at a shorter term. Let's look at here the last 15 minutes. As we saw how the Nikkei dropped a little bit, they tend to go a little inverse. The yen gets a little stronger when the Nikkei goes down. So we look at about an hour chart. Still have a bearish sentiment here. A little bit of a rise
Yes.
here this week due to the Fed speak. Basically, that's all it was. But a lot of data coming out. I still think the long term is in the daily and 4 hours. Still to the downside. Daily would probably confirm that more. As you can see,
Especially with the risk off
risk off
environment.
environment.
If
If we get
if that
a
happens,
triple
definitely.
digit sell off in the Dow and as well in the DAC, we're gonna get that. That yen is gonna get stronger. That's gonna help our
Oh yeah,
positions.
oh yeah. One thing I would like to add is as the Nikkei, how you see the Nikkei, how you see it tanking during the Asia session. We would like to see how it ends because as I've noticed in the past, I know they all correlate obviously, but
Of course.
when Asia sells off and Europe usually comes in selling too, and then the U.S. session opens the same way. So that's one thing to keep in mind and
Sure.
to watch because it always leads the way pretty much. So, and that's a pretty big fall in the Nikkei early. So it's let's see how that works out. But yen definitely will get stronger in a situation like that. So, and that's what we want.
No, absolutely. That's exactly what we want. So those are the charts that we're looking at. We got a couple of trades open. We sent out two trades today, and we're hoping
Yes.
to get some pips in the bag and just continue our momentum as we go along. I would say tomorrow if we close Nikkei Asian session and Europe continues to sell off, I want to keep an eye on the futures, the Dow futures tomorrow and S&P futures. If SPOOS drops a little bit, more than 1%, I think we're going to continue to see a strengthening in the yen, obviously, and a little bit of a bump up in the oil on the markets, commodities, gold, and everything else. Let's take a look at gold real quick. Oop, I've got XAU USD. Excuse me. Still in the daily. Upward trend in the daily.
Hmm,
Definitely following in the hourly.
definitely.
Commodities took a little bit of a hit, but
A tricky one right now. Looks
right now,
top
yeah.
heavy, but trend line still intact. I mean, it's tricky. I mean, it's right on support. Just gonna have to watch the fundamentals this week and determine the next moves.
See if I have the Dow. Not tick.
Yeah, check the Dow. I mean, that huge drop that happened Friday. I mean, you have to pay attention to it. Um, and with the last Fed speakers due out tomorrow,
Yep.
depending on what they say, if they prove to be more hawkish than expected, then many institutions would probably like to take more profit, which that's what that was, taking profit. I mean,
Yeah, profit taker, sure.
exactly. And so if we do have hawkish speakers, then I mean, we could have more of a drop and a big loss in equities this week, which would confirm our trades with AUD and the yen. So that's one thing to watch. And I do know tomorrow we do have Atlanta Fed President Dennis Lockhart, Minneapolis Fed President Neil Kashkari, as well as Fed Gov Leo Brainard will be speaking tomorrow.
Here's
So
the
that could determine the dollar's
here
next
I'm,
move.
now we're looking at the Dow Industrials. Just
Right on
heads up for
support.
everyone here to look on. If you want to take a look at the Dow Jones Industrial Average on TradeView, the 30 blue chip stocks, it's Dow I. Dow I. Just keep that in mind. So this is the daily chart.
Nice.
All you're gonna get is a daily chart and a weekly. You're not gonna get tick by tick unless you sign up for TradingView. So this is end of day data. Just give you a heads up.
Daily's fine.
Yeah, daily's fine. This is just for trending. We're not looking live at the Dow at the index. SPOOs, you're probably better off getting the SPX if you want to see long term here.
I mean, equities are sitting right on support. You know, the way the market has been lately, every dip is a buy.
Sure, buy the dip.
That's
Hey,
how it's been lately.
yeah,
So
BTFD, right?
let's see.
That's been everybody right now. I mean, I guess the algos are just taking
Yeah,
over.
exactly,
They just want to buy those dips, man, and just
exactly.
go for it.
Let's see how this one plays out. I
Yeah,
mean,
so like you said, we had the Fed
with a
governor speak
continuation,
tomorrow.
you know.
Sure.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no. In regards to the Fed speak, I mean it's crucial. But here's my question: what's more important, talk or data? Because if the data doesn't support it, you could talk today till tomorrow that I think we should, but remember, it's still a voting process.
Oh yeah, exactly.
So it's just kind of like it's kind of foolish to bet on just one speaker being hawkish and dovish, but at the end of the day, it's still put to a vote at the end of this month. And are we going to get it with a volatile?
Yeah,
Hmm?
and we have good, pretty big data points coming out at the end of this week.
Yeah. So
So I mean that is and that's after they speak. So even if they are hawkish, we have uh, a horrible number of retail sales again. PPI and CPI. Then here we go again. You know, and the blackout period begins on Tuesday anyway. So you are definitely right about that. I mean, data is more important, than what they speak
yeah,
about,
yeah,
and
absolutely.
so something to watch for. Data is definitely more important. I mean, data has been to the downside. NFP wasn't horrible, but no wage growth. So these are key points that the Fed is gonna have to decide about. They were more hawkish this time around. So I know Leo Brainard, she's always been dovish, so she's one to watch for tomorrow. She switches up, she flip-flops. That's something key to watch. And then of course the data.
I think it's just all data
So
right now. If that retail sales report comes, and retail sales report has been beating expectations lately. So and retail sales have been doing well. So if we
yeah,
miss that, that's not going to
exactly.
be a good sign. And I think it's going to be more of a dollar sell off, and there will actually be
Oh yes.
more of a sell off in equities. I do believe this week we're going to get a little more of a sell off. I'm not saying a big correction. I'm not going to say correction. The correction would be 20% off the all time the highs, but I do believe there's a little bit of a beginning here of a take profit plus a little bit of a fear issue where the market does not want a Fed hike. They don't want cheap money to
Exactly.
continue. So is it going to
Exactly.
happen?
Definitely read about that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Every time there's a Fed talk or a bullish thing, the market does not like it for one bit.
Exactly. I mean, just that one speaker, Rosengren. Basically because of him, we had the whole sell-off when he turned to hawkish from dovish, and yeah, basically everybody took profit. It looks like.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it looks like, man, all we got to do is hurry up and wait, right? Wait and see. At least tomorrow, nothing's really going to go on other than seeing how London opens up tomorrow at 3 in the morning, and we'll see how the DAX opens and how everything turns out. But let's take a look one more time at the markets in Asia.
Yeah, patience is key.
That's
Patience
it.
is key,
We
and
only closed. We
like
only
I said,
closed with three
we do
accounts.
have long terms.
Yeah, we had three.
I'm sorry, Sadiq.
We closed three trades last week, all in profit, and there was up and down too. We had a little bit of a zigzag. Nikkei is now hitting its lows of the day, around down 300 points, a 1.78. HSI is near the nope, just off its lows.
Well,
Shanghai
this is
has
the
a little
first
more.
first Asian session since Friday. So
Right.
they're soaking it all in right
They're
now,
still
and
going
they're
right,
selling off.
taking all the buy and sell orders for over the weekend too. So
Exactly.
you maybe have some people front running, but we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So
Big
that's
week, guys. Big week.
big week. We'll see how this goes. I mean, September has been so far so good. We want to continue that momentum. Definitely keep us for the Twitter going. All the clients and Thursday we will see what happens. We'll do the update in regards to the midweek update on Thursday because Wednesday's nothing really going to go on. Thursday's the big day, so
Yeah,
we'll do it then.
exactly.
So man, let's have a great week. Let's continue on, keep it rolling, and everyone have a great week. Hope everyone enjoyed their Sunday and their weekend, and we'll see you next time.
Have a good week, everyone. Take care.